Isn't it hard to believe that we're halfway through 2025? For many, that mid-year mark is the perfect opportunity to hit pause, reflect, and do a little life admin work, especially when it comes to money matters. This is the time when smart investors pull out their financial checklist and do a quick review. Things like insurance, investments, taxes, and goals. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Think of it as a mid-year financial checkup. Catch the blind spots now before they grow into bigger liabilities later. Now, let's look at a 5-step checklist on how do you do this. First is get your insurances in place. Many people forget to revisit their insurances regularly. Life insurance cover that was sufficient 3 years ago may not be enough today, especially if there's been a salary hike, new EMIs in place, or additional dependents. Health insurance should also be reviewed. Look at copay clauses, room rent limitations, and whether overall your cover still holds up. Sometimes a top-up policy can be a smart addition. Even something as basic as checking the car insurance expiry date can prevent an unpleasant surprise. Moving on to investment goal mapping. Are your existing investment like SIPs or lump sums aligned with actual financial goals? Often people start an SIP for one purpose, say a sibling's education or buying a house, but forget to step up for their own long-term dreams. Mid-year is a great way to not only reassess, but to step up your SIPs towards your goal as well. This can be your children's education, your retirement, or a house or a car that you're planning to buy. This is also often a very good time to see if the portfolio feels too risky. For example, in a volatile market, some might realize their equity exposure is far greater than their comfort zone. That's a cue to rebalance. Now, moving on to more on the portfolio, which is diving into your portfolio review. Beyond risk, performance often matters. If certain funds are underperforming or some sectors have overheated, it might be time to book profits and explore undervalued areas. And of course, asset allocation should always be monitored. Market rallies can skew the original mix. A mid-year rebalance can help bring things back in line. Moving on, something most of us don't want to do, but we do have to do, it's tax planning and filing. With the ITR deadline extended to 15 September, there's still some time to get everything in order. Things like your Form 16, your capital gains reports, your Form 26AS, etc. It's also a good time to compute between the old and new tax regime. Running both calculations side by side helps determine which option is better, especially if there have been changes in some deductions or income structure. But more often than not, the new tax regime has become the norm going forward, and it's a simplified way to file tax. Last but not the least, looking at your own life changes and a budget reset. Something like a job change, a salary hike, or a new EMI, any major financial shift calls for a review of the emergency fund and monthly cash flows. Is your emergency fund still adequate? Does your budget reflect new responsibilities or income, or you're underutilizing it? Looking at things like this will make sure that your entire budget is set and you're able to plan towards your existing goals and new goals in a better way. Sometimes the biggest progress starts with small steps. A delayed SIP for a child's education, a long postponed PPF account, or topping up NPS for tax benefits. These can be quietly powerful moves when done consistently. Mid-year is the perfect checkpoint to re-engage with long-term plans like your retirement, your healthcare buffers, or even your wealth creation journey. Now, to sum this all up, doing a mid-year review doesn't only help spot gaps, it gives clarity, confidence, and control. It's like steering the financial ship back to course before the second half of the year sets in. Now, it is very common to not know where to begin. This is where a guided financial review can make all the difference. Reach out to us at ithought, click the link in the description to schedule a personalized mid-year checkup and take your next right step towards financial peace of mind. So what are you waiting for?